A pleasant morning to everyone. Today we're going to discuss interest, maturity, future, and present values in simple interest. This is a continuation of our previous lesson about simple interest and compound interest. So in computing the simple interest and other related components, the formula is simple interest or IS is equals to PRT, where IS is simple interest, P is for the principal or the amount invested or borrowed or the present value. Next we have the R, which is simple interest rate. And then we have the T or the time or term in years. Like I said before, the time is computed in years. So let's have the formula that can be manipulated to obtain the following relationships. So the formula for finding the principal amount, so it means the unknown is the principal amount. We're going to use P is equals to simple interest divided by R times T. So that is the formula in finding the principal amount or the principal value or the present value. Then the formula for finding the rate. So we have the R. So the unknown is the rate. So we have the R is equals to IS or the simple interest divided by principal times the time. So next, the third formula is in finding the time. So the unknown now is the time. So T is equals to simple interest divided by P or principal times R or the rate. So these are the three formulas in finding the unknown if the unknown is not the simple interest. Okay? So remember all those formulas. So have let's have another formula in finding the maturity or the future value. This maturity value is the amount wherein the principal is added to the interest or the interest is added to the principal. So let's have the formula. So the future value or the maturity value is F is equals to P times 1 plus RT. So this is the formula in finding the future value or the maturity value. Or we simply future value is equals to principal plus the simple interest. So this is what I said earlier. So the principal is added to the interest or interest is added to the principal. Where F, of course, this is the maturity or the future value. Then the simple interest, IS. And then the P, the principal or the amount invested or borrowed or present value. And R is equals to simple interest rate and the T is the time or in term in years. So these are the formula in finding the maturity value or the future value. So let's have an example. So given is the principal, which is 20,500. We have the rate 0.05 or 5%. We have the T is equals to 5. It means 5 years. And then the unknown is the simple interest. So first, we have the solution. Use the formula of simple interest. So simple interest is equals to the principal times the rate times the time. So substitute the value to the formula. So IS or simple interest is equals to 20,500, the principal amount, times 0.05, which is the rate, and then times 5, which is the time in years. So 20,500 times 0.05 times 5, you can use calculator in computing this one or in performing the operation. And we have 5,125 pesos. So the simple interest in our example 1 or in the given example is 5,125. So therefore, the simple interest is 5,125 pesos. So let's have another example. So the given are the principal, which is 20,000, the simple interest, which is 5,000, and the t is equals to 4. Then the unknown is the rate. So we're going to find the rate. So here are the solution, or here is the solution. So we're going to use the formula R is equals to simple interest over principal times time, or R is equals to IS divided by PT. Then we're going to substitute the value. So the simple interest is 5,000, and then the principal is 20,000, and then the time is 4. So you're going to perform the operation. So 5,000 divide first 20,000 times 4 is equals to 80,000, and then 5,000 divided by 80,000, we will have 0.0625. So this is in decimal form. We can convert the rate into percentage. So we have 6.25%. So 0.0625 is equals to 6.25%. Therefore, the rate of interest is 6.25% interest rate per year. Okay, next, let's have an example number 3. We have the given principal is equals to 40,000. Simple interest is 700 pesos. And the rate is 7%. So we're going to find the time, or the unknown is the time. So here's the solution. So the formula we're going to use is T is equals to simple interest times principal, or sorry, simple interest divided by principal times rate, or T is equals to IS divided by PR. So substitute the given to the formula. So we have 700, which is the simple interest. Then 40,000, which is the principal, and the 0.07, which is the 7% or the rate. And then perform the operation. So first, you're going to multiply 40,000 to 0.07, and then you're going to perform 700 divided by the answer in the multiplication, or the product in 40,000 times 0.07. And then we have T is equals to 0.25 or 0.25. Now, the time should be expressed in the unit of time. So since the time is expressed in years, so you're going to multiply 0.25 into 12 so that we get the unit of time in T. So 0.25 times 12, which is equivalent to 12 months in a year. So we will have 3 months. Or if you will convert 0.25 into fraction, so you're going to have 0.25 over 100, or 25 over 100. So we'll have 1 over 4. So 1/4 of a year. So the time here in the given example, we will have 1/4 of a year, or 3 months. Okay? So next, so therefore the term or time in years is 1/4 of a year, or 3 months. Next, we have example number 4. The given are 15,000 for the principal, T for the 4 months, R is equals to 2%, and then we're going to find the maturity value or the future value, which is the unknown F. Okay? When we say the maturity value or the future value, this is interest plus the principal or principal plus the interest. Okay, first, we're going to use the formula in finding the future value is P or the principal times 1 plus R times T. Okay, then we're going to substitute the value. So 15,000, which is the principal, then 1 plus 0.02. So yung 2%, we convert it to decimal. So 2% when we convert is equal to 0.02 or 0.02. And then we have the 4 months. Since I told you earlier or on the previous lesson, the T is computed in years. So if the given is 4 or in months, you're going to have your decimal or your fraction number or decimal number. So in this case, we use 1/3 of a year. Now 1/3 of a year. Because 4 over 12, when we simplify 4 over 12, so 4 divided by 4 is 1, then 12 divided by 4 is 3. So we have 1/3. Okay? First, multiply 0.02 to 1/3. So 0.02 times 1/3 is equals to 0.02 over 3. And then we will have 15,100. So you're going to perform the operation. So again, so you're going first to multiply 0.02 to 1/3, which is equal to 0.02, no, 0.02 over 3. And then add the 1 to the answer or to the product of this operation. And then after that, you're going to multiply 15,000 to the answer in this operation. So we will have the future value of 15,100 pesos. So in 4 months, the future value is 15,100. So we have also the alternative solution. So simple interest is equals to 15,000 times 0.02 times 1/3. And then we will have 100 pesos. So sa simple interest, we will get 100 pesos. This is also an alternative solution. And then use the formula or the other formula in computing the future value, which is principal plus the simple interest. So the principal is 15,000, and then the answer in computing the simple interest is 100. And then we will have the maturity value 15,100. So even though you use this formula or this other formula, you can have the same answer, which is 15,100. Okay? So that's all for today. So I hope you learn how to compute the present value, the interest, the maturity value, and the present value. So thank you for listening. See you on the next topic in computing the interest, maturity, future value or maturity value, and the present values in compound interest. Thank you and God bless.